welcome back to Jackula's Castle. Today we're here cleaning the inside of the hearse.
We're moving on. So we finished the outside and we're not repairing anything yet. At this point, we're just trying to knock the dirt and grime off it that's, been there for ages. I feel like this thing's been ran through car washes its whole life. It hasn't gotten much, real love or care. So we're taking our time with it. We're going to get it cleaned up as good as we can. And then we'll go back and we'll try and fix things and make it our own. So we got the outside washed, waxed, and everything last time, got the wheels clean. This time we're going to work on all the leather seats inside. We're going to work on all the vinyl on the dash. We're going to wax and clean the wooden floor in the back. Are you ready to do all this? Are you going to help me as much as you helped me the first time?
As much as the first time.
You mean more than the first time?
No, it's
just
not.
All right, well, let's get started and we'll see what we can get you to do.
Okay, so today I'm going to do my best to clean up this wood in the back here. I did a lot of research online. Most people just recommend cheap furniture cleaner, which is what I would have gone with, but I didn't just have any pledge or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over it first with the Chemical Guys Total Interior. Hopefully that'll just kind of take the dirt off the top. Then I had some of this Method Daily Wood Cleaner that I'm going to use on top of it. And I'm hoping once that's all done, I may be able to come in with some beeswax and buff some of these deeper scratches out. It'll just be a little bit of trial and error, but hopefully it'll work out and shine this thing right up. Okay, so I'm kind of waiting for the floor stuff to dry, but what I'm going to do in the meantime is I noticed that the vinyl back here on the sides and on the little bumper over there could use a little bit of cleaning. So I've got the Silk Shine Protectant for vinyl, rubber, and plastic. I'm going to give that a try on all of the vinyl that's here in the back. Then after that, I'm going to come in with the beeswax and see what I can do with the floor here. Okay, so I've used the Total Interior, I've used the vinyl cleaner. Everything is definitely looking better, but you can see that it's still, once it dries, the scratches are still here in certain spots. So what I'm going to use, my wife uses this on the floor, and it works great for scratches there. So I'm going to give it a try in a small spot here. And just see what it does, and hopefully it'll work out. I'm gonna just kind of treat it like car wax. We'll see what happens. Okay. So I did a little portion here. You can see the difference. I stopped, right here, and it definitely seems to be working. Hopefully it's one of those things that, after you've done it a few times, it keeps building up and it will form a thicker layer on there. I'm gonna go ahead and do, I think, the rest of it, and hope that it stays looking this good once it's set there for a while. So this is probably gonna kill my arms like the waxing did yesterday, but we're gonna give it a shot. Let's get going. Okay, well that took a lot longer than it looked like in the video. I forgot to hit record for most of it, but I got the tail end. It looks way better. It is way shinier. You can still see the scratches in the sun. Let me take you around to the side here. But they're way better. I mean, you kind of have to catch the light on them to see them as much as you could. I would definitely recommend trying out the beeswax in yours. It definitely made it look nicer. Now all I've got to do is clean the vinyl on the doors, and I think that's it for today. It is going to be a hot one out here.
Okay, so we're finally moving on into the main interior cabin of the hearse. The main things I'm going to be using today are the Silk Shine Protectant for vinyl, rubber, and plastic. But before I do that, I'm kind of going to go over everything with Total Interior, get it all cleaned up, and then we'll put the protectant over that. It is really hot out here. I'm already sweating. I've been working on the vinyl roof. I'm trying some new things to patch a couple tiny holes. That'll be in another video. And I don't know if you'll see it blown in the window here, but I've got a cover still kind of hanging on. I think I found a really good, easy cover to protect the vinyl roof, which another subject for another video. But today we're going to focus on the interior. Mainly, we're going to start with the dash and all of that stuff, and then I've got a bunch of stuff for the leather seats. So then we'll work on the leather and see how that turns out. So they're getting a little rough, so a little bit dry. So hopefully we can bring some life back to them. Let's get started. So I've decided to go ahead and start the leather. The cleaning of the dash and everything seemed to go pretty well. I mean, there's only so much you can do. Some things will need to be, hopefully I can replace easily. Like the clock here, it works, but something has gotten under it, and I don't know if it's kind of etched the plastic a little. Things like that I'd like to eventually kind of work on. But other than that, the cleaning products seem to work very well, especially the protectant. Gave it a nice shine, looks a lot better in here. The leather is going to definitely need a bit of work. Hopefully this stuff will work great. I've got a few different things. I've got these kind of little cubes like I used to wax the car. And this is what we'll put the leather cleaner on the seats with. I've also got some microfiber towels to clean the doors, and I guess to, you know, kind of buff these off after the cleaner goes on there. We're going to be using the leather conditioner. We're going to use the quick detailer. And we've got the leather cleaner. I'm going to do a little reading on these, figure out what order to do them in, and then we'll get started. So I just wrapped up the leather. I'm going to give you a look at it now. You can probably in our first video when we first bought it get a better look at how the leather was looking. But I mean, the leather looks a million times better. It took quite a lot of the leather conditioner. It soaked it up like it had been in the desert. I mean, I'm probably going to have to do this a few times. But what you did, you put the cleaner on first, clean them. And then you go back over it with the conditioner. But it worked great. Definitely think I'll probably let it go a few days and then I'll throw a little bit more on there. They were just so dry and cracked. But everything's coming out really nice so far. This is going to be a multi-day project just because it's already, I'm like sweating and huffing out here. But I'm going to go in, I'm going to use the glass cleaner now. And then I'll come back another time and vacuum and all of that. But so far, I mean, everything has worked great. I've loved the leather stuff. I think it's really going to breathe a little more life into the car. Okay, so unfortunately the Hearse didn't come with floor mats. Even if it had, it would have been the carpet ones, and I'm a little more interested in having, you know, some that I can pull out of there and easily rinse off. So I got on Amazon and I picked up these Motor Trend heavy duty mats. Unfortunately, they only had a set of 3, which included the back seat. But who knows, maybe I can find something else to do with it. Now these do not come in the actual size. Get it out of here real quick, this. And you can see here where you can cut them to fit whatever car you've got. So I'm gonna have to kind of squeeze them in there and I guess see what I need to trim off. And hopefully I can get them to get a pretty, you know, pretty good fit in there. Let's see how it goes. Well, the crazy thing here is just throwing it in here just to see if it fit. I mean, it's pretty darn close. Like I expected to have a lot of work to do, but it really on this passenger side kind of just looks like if I cut this tab off on the bottom, it's gonna fit pretty well. Now I know it's a little different on the driver's side. Let's see how that one looks. I'll have to cut this tab off again, and then it looks like really, I mean, all I'm gonna have to do, I think, is trim this off over here. And I think that's about it. I mean, they fit pretty darn well in here. I may cut this one right here.
See, it's already kind of got this little protector here. So I may trim this as well, and then on that side. But I think the passenger is looking pretty good as is. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little trim, and we'll see how it fits. So this is what I ended up with. It wasn't a whole lot of trimming. I trimmed it a little bit because it kind of gets bunched up if you went over this little hump over here. You can see what I trimmed off here. It really wasn't very much. The passenger side, I didn't trim anything except for the little area that was used for, tying them all together. But I think they came out pretty good. I can't really complain for, not being custom Cadillac floor mats. I think they'll do the trick nicely. I'll give you a little bit of a look over here. But yeah, I think those turned out pretty well. And just like everything else I'm doing here, I'll throw a link on Amazon to where I bought them if you want to take a look at them.
Okay, so we finished up the inside, and that's basically everything. The hearse now is in good of shape as it can be, just for what it is, for what we got it as. Now it's time to start moving this on up into the Jackula's Castle Halloween hunting hearse. We can really get to the fun stuff, I feel like now. You helped as much as the time before.
None.
Well, no, you did help me wax the back a little bit.
A little bit.
But here's the thing. For the next steps, you're going to be really involved, right?
Yeah, actually I may if it's fun. If it's fun.
Well, the next step is going to be a lot of fun because we're going to do some work to this vinyl roof up here.
Oh, that's boring.
All right, well, maybe the one after that.
Hope I'll work with the Jackula's Castle stuff.
All right, well, keep an eye out for it all. We'll be back. Please like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.